Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So in this video, I want to talk about these new scenes I found on the Life is Strange TikTok. And technically, they're not new as in they've been posted, they've been up for a few days now. But this is my first time seeing them and it might be your first time. But because it's my first time, I'm going to refer to them as new and talk about them in this video. Now the first one I'm going to talk about, it's not really a new scene, but rather a line of dialogue that we hear, and involves Max and Amanda. 2 days ago, I made a video involving an 11-second footage that I found on the Life is Strange TikTok. It showed off the new outfits that Max can have, but there was also more context about Amanda, Max, and Sophie, and the scene where Sophie brings up Chloe. And in that video, I put together the pieces that I believe happened chronologically and how Chloe's brought up in the conversation. Now, towards the very end, we see that Amanda will write on a piece of paper and she hands it to Max and she's smiling. And I assume that this is where the romance can start. If you're interested in her, she's giving Max her number. Now, originally this was all speculation, because we know she's a romance option, but we don't have any proof that's where the romance starts. But I think I have the proof now, and that is this scene here. It's basically the same scene where Amanda gives Max her number, except this was when the reveal stream hadn't come out yet. So instead of her number, it was edited out to look like it was like Life is Strange reveal stream, July 13th. I mean June 13th, my mistake. But aside from that little edit, there's also another difference that confirms that this is where the romance starts. And we hear Amanda's dialogue, and she says, "It's a date then." Now originally when you watch it and you think, okay, this is them being cheeky, this is the edited footage saying it's a date for when the stream's going to be revealed. But I've got a few voice lines of Amanda from various clips, and it does sound like she's saying that, and so I just want to play them all for you so you can understand and tell me if you think it's her voice saying it or not.
Thanks a ton, Amanda.
Hey, you look really good today.
You think so? I switched shampoos.
Oh.
Not sure about it yet. Let's thrash, Chakra Bra.
Okay. Let's pretend you said something normal, but basically that. Be safe, yeah?
When am I not?
It's a date then.
I have literally never wanted to play a game more in my entire life.
Now the dialogue, "It's a date then," sounds a bit soft to me, so, and with the music playing, it was a bit hard to tell, but I do think it's her voice. But let me know if you think in the comments if it's her or not, because I keep listening it and sometimes I'm like, okay, that does sound like her, and then other times I'm like, nah, that's not her. But if it is Amanda's voice, then we have confirmation that that scene right there is where Max can initiate a relationship with her. So, and that'd be pretty interesting if they allow us right off the bat, when Max goes to approach Amanda, we can outright tell her, "I'm not interested," and that would immediately just cut the romance. And then we're only left with one romance option. Now that we're done talking about Amanda and Max, let's focus on Sophie and this new character. Now, I've been doing some research, been scouring where I can find Life is Strange content, even on Reddit, and so far there's no information about who this guy is. I have no idea. To me, it looks like him and Sophie, they might be together. I'm not too sure. Maybe they're on a date, but it's hard to say because this scene, even though it's in the bar where the conversation of Chloe is brought up, I don't know if this is exactly I don't believe this is at the exact point of time, because there are other instances where we see this bar and we can see a scene with Moses and Max at the bar. So I can't tell you, okay, this person is this, here's what we know about him, because I don't know anything. Now, he could be a romance option for Max, maybe, because I've seen some people in the comments say that they don't see Moses as the other romance option for Max. Because unlike Amanda, I can't confirm that with Moses. But I do think he is, given how Safi was his best friend, and how Safi and Moses were best friends. And if you chose the Sacrifice Chloe ending, then Max would knows what it's like to lose someone close to you, and the game will let us open up with Moses and explain our powers, and he supposedly has a theory about why Max's power has changed, and doing that could help bring them closer, because the way I see it with Safi, when Max explains her powers, because who else is Max going to talk about this? Like, if you chose an ending where you sacrifice Chloe, it's not as if Max can talk to anyone else about her powers and her experience in Arcadia Bay. So I assume when she reveals her powers to Safi, then she'll be able to talk about what happened in Arcadia Bay, and I believe that's mandatory, and the game will give us the option to discuss our powers with Moses. As the developers say, we can choose to open up to him. But that's really all I wanted to talk about in this video. Not much details about this new guy, but I thought it was important to bring up this conversation with Amanda. Like, well, not conversation, but just dialogue. But do let me know what your thoughts are in the comment below. Do you think that's Amanda's voice talking to Max? Like, I'm a bit conflicted on it. Who do you think this new guy is? And do you think Moses is a romance option for Max? Because I do believe he is, but I've heard people saying no, they don't think so. But do let me know what you think about in the comments below. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.